Hey everybody, it's Monday. We have some big, exciting breaking news. Ameshya Williams-Holliday from Jackson State was drafted tonight into the WNBA. She was the number one pick of the third round, the first selection of the third round. She goes to the Indiana Fever. It's the first time in 2 decades that an HBCU player has been drafted into the WNBA. It's a night that Ameshya will never ever forget. But don't ask her to remember too much about what happened. As weird as that sounds, there was a lot of excitement happening on Monday night.
Nobody's reaction was on my mind, so I don't even remember. She did say something, but I really don't even remember nothing. I don't remember what she said. She was right next to me, but I don't even remember nothing. I don't remember nothing she said. She was right there when my agent had called me. She was right there. And when they said it, it was just, I don't know, it was just unbelievable.
Okay, so she can't remember anything that her coach said, who was sitting right beside her. Let's get the version of events from Coach Tomekia Reed and what the energy was like in the room as Ameshya gets drafted by the Fever.
Outside in the hallway, her agent called and he said, Ameshya, you have teams fighting for you. You have, he talked about Phoenix Mercury. He talked about the Dallas Wings. He talked about all of these teams that wanted her, but he said that that was going to push her to go higher. So he told us where he thought she was going to go. And then I told her right after him, you're going to go higher. If they're fighting over you right now, you're going to go a little bit higher. And so she was like, well, I wish he had told me because I want to be excited. I said, Ameshya, every player out there knows where they're going. I said, so it's okay. And you guys, we came back in. We already knew her name was going to pop up, and it popped up, and it was like we didn't even know it. The excitement was through the roof. Her family was so excited. The room was just really loud and intense. And, just to see her name on the TV, she started crying. She couldn't stop crying. Her contact lenses came out. Her husband said, you about to make me cry, And so it was just so exciting to experience that. And for me, I was like, I was so super shocked. I was screaming and jumping and my legs were shaking. I was just so happy for her because I sat right beside her and I just had to keep rubbing her leg because she couldn't stop shaking and crying. And just a very, very great experience.
So this is a big night for Jackson State, for Ameshya, for her family. Let's go back to her decision. She comes to Jackson State from a Power 5 program. She has a baby. She's thinking about not ever playing basketball again. Jackson State stays on her, checks on her, stays in her corner. She decides to play for the Tigers. It's history after that. She talks about her relationship specifically with Coach Reed.
She pushed me, well, I guess my baby, her saying, you got to do this for Jace. It's for Jace. So her saying that just kept pushing me, her helping me with him, my family helped me with him. It just pushed me. And I'm just happy I went back to school and changed my life around. So she the reason, and she just pushed me a lot.
Now, what does this mean for the Tigers moving forward? It's a bigger profile, and it was all part of the plan that Tomekia Reed had coming to Jackson State.
I talked about knocking down doors before, and this is a door that's being knocked down. This is a door that's being knocked down. She's going to create opportunities for other players behind her, not just at Jackson State, but in our HBCU community. It's going to bring more prestige to the program. It's going to bring more national attention to the program. When I took the job at Jackson State, I wanted by my 4th year for us to have national attention. And we have just been knocking on that door in terms of in the LSU game, the way they played. And now with Ameshya getting drafted, I think the nation is wide awake now about Jackson State women's basketball. And it's an exciting time because this is what you work so hard for. You want your program to be able to stand on a national scale and be able to recruit against anyone. When you walk out and talk about the women's basketball program at Jackson State University, you want people to already know about Jackson State before you even open your mouth. And that's what Ameshya has done for our program.
Now let's push the ball forward just a little bit. It's all celebrations, right? But there's nothing guaranteed. Being drafted does not mean you're going to have to make the team. it does not mean that you will make the team. Ameshia's going to have to put in the work, but Coach Reed likes the scenario of going to Indiana, and she feels like it's a very similar scenario to when Ameshya came to Jackson State.
You know, now she doesn't have any pressure. You know, it's a situation like what she came in here at Jackson State, a program that was struggling, and she completely took over, you know, with the help of her teammates, and she completely helped this program become what it is today. So she knows how to take over a program. She knows how to help a program be successful. I like it because there's no added pressure to her. You know, there's only one way to go, and that's up. And so she can certainly help that program make some great moves in terms of success. So I think it's a great look for her. And I'm just excited to see her go to work and lead that program like she led us.
There you go. You just said it. I'm just going to go show what I can work with, how I play, and just play my role and see what's after.
So congratulations once again, a historic night, big night for HBCUs, history in the making. The first Jackson State player to be drafted into the WNBA, Ameshya Williams-Holliday, the first pick of the third round. She goes to the Indiana Fever, really raising the profile for Jackson State. A big night for Ameshya and her family. Congratulations. And wow, really raises the profile and sets the bar to an already dominant program in the SWAC. What could be next for HBCUs? What can be next for the Tigers? Really a big moment to enjoy and celebrate. From Atlanta, I'm Tolly Carr for HBCU Game Day. Much more on this story throughout the week as it develops.